So come with me while we go into the kitchen and we do some apple pie filling. It's not super hard, but I have a ton of apples that I need to core and peel. Of course, I'm saving the peelings, possibly make some more apple cider vinegar, or I might give them to my chickens. I haven't decided yet. So this is all full of apples. It's a big old water cooler. These are a bunch of These here are a bunch of apples. So I am just going to go through and start peeling and stuff, and then we'll go on to the next step. And I'm going to use my apple peeler. I'm going to put them in water here right now, and I'm going to put in some fresh fruit. This is so they don't brown. You can also put in lemon juice. That also works. Okay, so we're back, and I'm going to show you. I'm on the other side of my kitchen because the sun's so bright, so hang on. So I have a lot of apples. So this is 32 cups, and this is probably close to the same. So I think I got enough for 12 quarts. So my next step is I have my, I'm going to, hang on. I'm going to be water bathing these. I'm not using my PC. I'm not going to pressure cook them because it tends to like overdo them, it seems like, and then caramelization makes them super soft. So I'm going to get started on making the liquid that goes inside of it. Now, some people do the liquid and then add the apples and then put it in the jars. Me, I'm going to put my apples in the jar, and then I'm going to, maybe, haven't decided yet, and then I was going to pour the liquid over it. But I don't know. I might do it a different way. So I'm going to show you what I do with the recipe because I have to get the Sure-Jell in there, the sugar, all the seasoning and the water and everything like that, and get it boiling so I can get things going. Okay, so I've decided I am going to add the liquid into the jars after I put in the apples because I honestly don't have a pan big enough to do all of them. So I'm going to get the stuff started in just a second, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so here we go. So I want to make clear with this, when you're making this liquid, Sure-Jell and Clear-Jell are not the same thing. I have a recipe that I'm substituting Sure-Jell, which usually is for jam, with Clear-Jell, which is for pies. So I have big recipes. So I have 3 cups of Clear-Jell in here. I'm going to add that to 15 cups of water right over here. We add that right down. Then I have 2 tablespoons of cinnamon plus a little extra because I like cinnamon. And I have 1 teaspoon, I wrote it now, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. Okay, and nutmeg is really strong and spicy. So if you like that flavor, add a little extra, take a little away. It depends on your flavoring. So hang on. We dump that in. And then we need 10 cups of sugar. Yes, that's a lot of sugar. But we need 10 cups of sugar in here. So let me get that in there, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around. All right, this is what it looks like. And I have it on about a medium high because you're going to stir this together really super good till this mixture is all stirred together. And then you're going to stir it, and you're going to get it to boil till it thickens. Now, it doesn't tell me how thick, but, you know, I don't want it super thick because it's going to, like, thicken again as it goes through the process of water bathing. So I'm going to get it till it's kind of a syrupy thickness, and you want to stir it. You want to stir it, not continuously, but you do want to stir it because you do not want it to scorch or stick to the bottom. So I've got this going, and I'll come back to you because when we get it to the thickened part, we're going to put in lemon juice, 1.5 cups, and this is for this amount of apple. So I adjusted the amounts, obviously. And so then I will come back to you when we're at that point, and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so I added the lemon juice. I'll let it go for about another minute. And see how it's starting to gloop? That's kind of where we're sitting at. So I took it off the burner, and it's sitting on the back. My water bath is boiling and ready to go for when my cans are ready. I may have to add some more water to that. I'm not sure. We're going to come over here. My jars have been in the oven at 200 heating up, so they're hot. Now I'm going to add the apples. Then I'm going to bring the liquid over here and put the liquid in. So when I'm putting the apples in, hang on, I got my thing here. I just got my little handy dandy thing and I'm just grabbing them. And you do not want to fill your apples to the top. And the reason being, hang on, is apples absorb moisture and they expand. And if I filled them up there and then put the liquid in, it would pop the tops off. So I'm actually going to fill the apples probably to about here, about this level right here, about shoulder length. And then I'm going to put the liquid in. Okay, so I've only done one of the last pot I did, the bigger pot, and I've already got 12 quarts. So I'm going to be making these a lot more sauce. So hang on. Okay, so here is my liquid that I'm going to be entering. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill these up. Fill this one up for you to see. I need to get my good scooper, and I'm keeping my, let's see, as it's cooling, it's starting to thicken too. So yeah, that was definitely the right time to take it off. So hang on, I'm going to actually start back here so I don't like drip it everywhere. So when I fill this up, you are going to probably want to bubble this, and that just means taking something around the edges because you want this sauce to get in there and fill up all the spaces. And so what it's doing, it's starting to sink down and bubble up, right? And I only want the liquid to be at 1 inch or 1.5 inches from the top. So I'm going to stop on this, and I'm going to do what's called a bubbling. And I just use these like skewers for, excuse me, my face is not in here at all. These skewers are for kebabs. And I just go through, down around the edges. And I've already got it sinking down a little bit because it's going in through all the edges. Okay. There we go. There, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to put in any more sauce for that. And then I'm going to find my lids. What did I do with my lids? Hang on. You're going to want to wipe your rims because you can get some stuff on there. You can use vinegar, or I just used a paper towel. And you're going to put your lid on there. And you're going to put it on there. Finger tight. And you're done. All right, so let me finish filling these up and then we're going to put them in the water bath. Okay, so that batch was able to bake 13 quarts of wide mouth. So now I'm going to be putting them in my water bath. And this water bath can hold 7, if I'm not mistaken, quarts at a time. Now my water is boiling. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'm going to go put this in the pan and I'll bring you over in just a minute. Okay, so I got it in there. Now it's not covering the jars. Remember, you need at least 1 inch above the jars. Okay, we are going to get this boiling again. Should just take a minute or two. And then it water baths for 5 minutes. Yes, only 5 minutes, because basically if we put them in there too long, the apples would be like overcooked and nothing but mush and basically applesauce when you take them out. So finishing up the apple pie filling now, she on the recipe had it going for 5 minutes, and so I followed it, and none of them pinged after they came out. They did not seal, which really concerned me. None of them are sealing. I had one. So I actually am doing it by the time of my applesauce. I put it in for an additional, I put them back in and I'm reprocessing them again for 15 to 20 minutes because I'm just not comfortable with the 5 minutes that she said. So we'll see how it turns out, but I ended up making 6 quarts, 6.5 quarts of applesauce. So I have half a quart that I'll just put in the fridge and I'll eat off of that. And then I have 24 quarts of apple pie filling. So we will talk to you later. I'm not going to attach her recipe because I'm not super comfortable with it. But there's plenty of them that you can go on the web and kind of do some research on it, on timings and stuff like that. So everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you later and enjoy my Christmas tree. Okay, so I wanted to show you what it looked like after it was done being canned. This is with the clear gel. See how thick that is, ready to just throw in a pie. I ran out of that, and so I had to use the Sure Gel, which was part of the recipe, and this is what this looks like. So with that, you would have to put a thickener like cornstarch or flour or however you do it when you brought it out to make a pie. So I'm not really a fan of that, but that's what I have. So we'll talk to you later.